everyone. It's your girl Doechii here with Wild Pear Tarot. Thanks so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm a spiritualist, a seer, a medium, and an alchemist that specializes in divination and divinatory tools. Thanks so much for tuning into my YouTube channel, y'all. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, all right? So you can be in the know, all right, when new videos show up. All right, we are getting into my new segment on the Wild Pear Tarot channel. We are doing music predictions on albums, mixtapes, and EPs. For this video, we're going to be doing Doechii's mixtape, Alligator Bites Never Heal. If you don't know who Doechii is a multi-hyphenate creative. She's into all kind of things. She is extremely creative, but she's a rap artist. She does hip hop, and she's been creating music for some time now, and she's come out with a few singles that have definitely started to catapult her into a new stratosphere when it comes to the music, okay? She reminds me of, she called herself the Trap Grace Jones, so that's exactly, that is such an accurate bar, okay? And she said that on one of her singles that's going to be on this mixtape, Nissan Altima. And she definitely has that essence, just in terms of her attitude, in terms of her creativity, and in terms of her fashion. So, yeah, I wanted to see what can we expect from this mixtape. She's put out a few things, and so we're gonna get into it, y'all. All right, let's get into it. All right, y'all, so let's get started. We're gonna first talk about the themes of this mixtape, Alligator Bites Never Heal. I checked out a few of her singles. I checked out the two singles that she's released. One of the singles was part of her Swamp sessions, which were just very creative, on the fly, off the dome singles that she would, you know, take an hour to create something and then, you know, produce it, put it out, and she added a visual component to it. So I saw a few of her posts on IG. You know, again, this is a mixtape rollout. There's a you know, rollout for this mixtape. The energy is very swampy, okay? As you can see, I brought out a few elements of that. As you can see, got a little bit of snake skin, alligator foot, and or alligator claw or whatever, and I got a die. So we're gonna see, Spirit, please show me, what can the fans expect from Doechii's mixtape, Alligator Bites Never Heal? She definitely talked about being in fighter, I'm hearing fight or flight mode, like, so she's definitely been dealing with situations of loss, of trying to handle some of her vices. She mentions vices, and I think in a recent video or something, she talked about how she stopped drinking. So there's certain things definitely that she's kind of going through in terms of sobriety, in terms of dealing with the emotions of that. She said she had some creative differences with TDE, her label. So just different things that she's going through. But Spirit, show me what themes can be expected in this mixtape, Alligator Bites Never Heal. it's so interesting that she had a song called Alter Ego that she featured JT on. There's some elements that are gonna pop up more along those lines. Like just the energy of being in an alter ego state of mind, of like the frazzledness, the back and forthness, the jumping in and out of, the dynamic of being in alter ego versus being, you know, who you are, right? There's, you know, most musicians, they have their stage name, their rap name, and then their birth name, okay? The government, as they say, the government name. We're gonna see a little bit of both of that. Like, there's gonna be elements that are really, really Doechii in like the energy of her artistry. It's interesting because Spirit's showing me like there's a lot of complexity to her. I think people are gonna take her, you know, there are gonna be the comparisons of like Lady Gaga, Grace Jones, you know, she's had some comparisons to Nicki Minaj, to Azealia Banks, you know, so it's like because you can hear her influences, Missy Elliott, like you can hear her influences, they're very clear, but there's actually a lot of complexity to Doechii and how she presents her music, what she wants to do, how she wants to present it. I think she only has one feature on this mixtape, but the energy is like, that alter ego energy is gonna be brought forth in this mixtape. You're gonna hear a mix of a lot of different things. All right, so we got the Page of Disc and the King of Swords. There's gonna be a lot of attitude in this album, is what I'm sensing. Page of Disc. Okay, and then we have the King of Swords. Yeah, it's gonna be, some of this stuff is gonna be very cerebral. Like, even the boom bap song, like, there's a cerebralness to it, and there's Spirit's almost like there's also a fantasy element of it. It's like, you know, she's like, y'all want me to rap, so boom bap bap, I can do this, I can do that, like I can rhyme like this and I can rhyme like that, but I'm everything, and I don't want to be put in some kind of box. Like, I'm too complex, I'm too me, I'm too everything to be put in a box. And I think it's almost like she mentioned in a post, in a recent Instagram post, that, you know, she was researching and looking at alligator videos, or of people who got bit by alligators, and the only way that they survived was because they fought back. And there's a heaviness to this album that I don't think people are gonna fully take yet. Like, but there's a cerebralness here that, I mean, that's a lot of TDEs, like, okay, like, that's a lot of fun, like, that's like the TDE fucking brand. Oh, like, you're gonna have cerebral rappers, you're gonna have rappers that make you think, you're gonna have hip-hop artists and R&B artists that are gonna make you think, and that are gonna have very, very intricate music and intricate songwriting and powerful messages in whatever way it comes, And it's the same thing here. This is going to be a very, very cerebral, emotionally heavy mixtape. Okay, there's just going to be some shit on here where I don't know if she, you know, the yelling that I had seen in the boom bap video, right? Music video that she put out. the yelling, like crying, like just shouting, like the frustration, the anger, the trying to get out of a vice grip, like the trying to get out of the grip of something that that has you, like its teeth is sunk into. It's really interesting that she showed in the promo or like trailer of this mixtape, was almost like on, I think it was on the back of her, on the upper right of her back, or on the upper part of her back, showed like, it looked like a scar from an alligator bite. And like, there's just certain things that she is gonna talk about that's very just like, you know, oh, y'all want me to rap? Okay, I'm not gonna be doing just that. Just don't even expect just that from me. But that being her main single, the Boom Bap song, like that being her main single is like, bitch, get up, like, y'all not gonna put me in this box to just, you know, do a 16 and that's it. Like, I have more range to me and to my musicality and to my creativity, and I'm gonna do that regardless of what you have to say. There's gonna be some mean shit on here. I don't know. She just gonna get, like, Spirit saying, like, she gonna get gargly, she gonna get mean, she gonna get, like, it's because it's a fight. Like, the energy of this album is like, it's a fight. Like, she fighting, you know? So, and the fact that it's, you know, the statement is, alligator bites never heal. Like, so it's like, whatever she's gone through and she's putting in this mixtape, like, she feels very strongly like the shit that I've gone through to get here, I'm gonna be forever traumatized by, and forever like scarred, and forever like emancipated from, like, this has forever changed me. This has forever like changed me, changed my life. And it's almost like, we'll see if it's for the better or for the worse. We'll see if it's for the good or for the bad. Like, it's almost like we're gonna see, which is really interesting. There's a bit of a frenziness too that I'm picking up as well. But this is what's coming up. And can we go a little bit deeper here? I'm gonna, you know, I gotta break this out. Spirit, provide, what's a shadow element of, what's a shadow or light element of this mixtape from Doechii, Alligator Bites Never Heal? What else is coming up through this album that people can expect? What else is coming through for this album? She's gonna do tour. She's gonna do a tour, small venues. I'm gonna get into that a little bit later. Okay. All right. Rising. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Voice at the bottom. Yeah, it's a lot of, yes. It's a lot of like, I'm here, you know? She's like, you know, I'm everything. Like, when she screamed that out, you like felt it. Like, her voice is rising. Her voice, she's like, I have something to say. I've been wanting to say it. I'm rising. I'm coming out of the depths of fucking hell. I'm coming out the depths of like all the shit that I had to. And then of course, resilience. Like, yeah, and this energy, ooh, It's so interesting how these three cards are coming up. But notice that these are all very similar. Resilience, and also there's some colors here, as you can see in these pictures, right? And of these oracle cards: resilience, rising, and voice. Yeah, like who taught you to be quiet? Who taught you, who said that your voice didn't matter? Who said that your voice wasn't enough? Who said that you had to shun yourself and shun your voice? Like these are questions she's going to be asking, or things like that, of that nature, are going to be percolating throughout this mixtape. And this is someone who's rising from, again, this was a huge fight, a huge battle, and she's showing that she's resilient, that through pain, through intolerance, through difficulty, through strife, through I'm hearing self-immolation, like through all of these things, is someone who a new energy, a new birth, like something else is coming through and breaking through. And the voice, this energy is very loud. It's very loud. There is a timidness here that I'm seeing. There's a timidness here, especially with this heart being kind of fractured in this way, in this type of pieces, and the swelling of it. But she wants to make her mark in the industry through her creativity, through her sound, through her music. And it's almost like, I'm here. This is my voice. This is my time. I don't want to hear anyone trying to antagonize me, instigate me. I don't want to hear from anyone. You know, she had to put Azealia Banks in check as well. For, you know, trying to say that she was biting her style. And, you know, so it's like there's just been situations where it's like she's had to really stand up for herself and really rise up. You know, this is really what it is. She's had to really say, like, nah, I'm here, motherfuckers, I'm here. So that's what's coming through this mixtape. Like, these are the themes that are coming through from this mixtape. And there's a sense of cerebralness that I'm picking up from this mixtape. Like, there's a timidness, though. There's an energy that I'm picking up in Doechii's, like, there's a space there of timidness and of vulnerability. She's gonna touch on it a few times. Like, I mean, all of it is essentially like it's a very vulnerable mixtape anyways, but like there's something else that's even behind that. There's another layer behind that. When she's ready to come forward and talk more about it or express it in her music, she will. But until then, I'm just showing what I'm picking up. There's something else. There's something else percolating. There's something else brewing. That's even a little bit deeper from the anger and the resilience, and like there's more to it than that. But that's all she wants to present at this point with this mixtape. The Page of Disc. This is going to yield some opportunities for her, but I think this is also an energy of, hey, I'm new to this. Like, there's also an energy of like, because it's interesting how there's a page and then a king. There's a page when it comes to like the growth aspect, the material. It's like this person is just like, you know, when you see, it's so interesting. I actually really, really like this card because do you see how there's these two trees in the background, right? These two big trees, they're strong. They have you don't see any flowers or petals. I don't think there's any flowers or petals that have grown, maybe a few. But then you see this kind of young tree, right? Like Page of Disc represents like one of those young trees. You see, you know how you know, go to a park and they recently planted like one of the new trees in the park, and it's standing next to, it's rooted next to these bigger trees that have, you know, are way more rooted in where they're at, and they're stronger and they're wiser, and they've been there much longer than this young tree that's just been planted. There's an energy here of like newness, of like, oh wow, this feels very different. Like there's the resilience factor of like, I had to fight to get here. I had to fucking fight to get here. But there's also an energy of like, yo, this is new for me. This feels different for me. How like my material environment is changing. I'm moving out of Florida. I'm moving away from family. I'm moving away from friends. My environment is shifting. The people that I grew up with and were around as I was trying to create music are like shifting. Some of them are coming with me, but even they're growing with me. And like, this is all new. This growth is new, and it's a bit of a growth spurt. Like the advertising that's coming through with her. I think she has like a Sprite commercial that she did, the BET Awards, and you know, being signed to TDE. It's like there's also a newness of like, yo, these things that are happening and occurring in my life, these material experiences that are yielding like new opportunities, and I'm being featured here, and I'm being featured there, and you know, there's opportunities coming in for me, and like there's a newness here, and she's gonna talk about that on this mixtape as well. So it's like there's an energy here. That's where some of the timidness is. It's like, this is new to me though. Like, even though I'm here and I'm launching and I got the support finally from the label, and I got this and I got that, but this is something new. And I'm not used to this, and I'm feeling a little bit like, you know, it's interesting how this ground is not straight. It has a little bit of a wave. It has a little bit of a curve. You know what I'm saying? And there's a little bit of a rocky. It's a hill. It's a little bit of a hill. It's in a hilly landscape. So like everything is not straight and narrow. Everything is not, you know. And so it's like it's a little bit tougher. It's a little bit rougher for Doechii to kind of grow, right? It's new earth. It's new earth that she's being planted in, and she's trying to see if she can grow here, if she can really grow here, she can stand tall and be one of the trees that's behind her, right? And it also shows that she has some support. It also shows that she's supported. Like these trees behind her, they know, they've been in this climate. They know what it's like. So this is also showing that she has some support behind her. It may be ancestral, and it may also be through the industry, through her label, right? But she has some sort of support that is going to help in her growth. Musically, creatively, there's something here, you know. So expect some of that energy on this mixtape. And again, she coming to bite people's heads off. Like she no longer wanted to be prey. She's turning, like, specifically, I think she said she no longer wanted to be prey. She's now the predator. So it's like, okay, I'm now shifting from someone that got bit by an alligator to turning into that alligator. So again, there's some shifting here. There's some rage, there's some anger, there's some biting shit here, right? There's like a fight, there's like there's that energy of like resilience and fighting and rising and the alter ego energy. And then also there's like a timidness and a vulnerability, and like, yo, I've never been here before. This is new landscape. This is new land for me. I'm being watered, right? She's being watered because there's green here. There's green, there's growth. This is the Page of Disc. But this is someone who's also new to this, new to this climate, new to this landscape. And so she's going to have to look around and survey her landscape and see who all going to be there. Okay? Like, she's trying to see who all going to be here. Like, how am I going to move around in this situation? How am I going to do what I need to do? And that's going to come through in this mixtape as well. All right? Let's get into impact. Let's see how the impact of this mixtape. All right, so let's get into impact. So Spirit, can you reveal and show culturally and socially what is going to be the initial impact of Doechii's mixtape? How are people going to, respond? Culturally and socially, what is the impact of this mixtape? Thank you, Spirit. There's definitely a lot of buzz around Doechii. Like, a lot of people are rooting for her. A lot of people are rooting for her because they see like the creativity, and it's like it's so different. You know, and people are excited for that. Like, people are excited for an artist that sticks out, you know. She's, you know, she's not one of the, you know, pussy rap girls. Gonna be real. I'm just gonna be real about it. She's also a dark-skinned, bisexual, black woman. And so also that dynamic as well. And I want to bring that up. Also, if y'all please check out my Big Sean album prediction. Check that out, y'all, when y'all get a chance, okay? I talk about some of the dynamics of his album that's coming out. But back to Doechii. Yeah, the dynamics, right? This is something very different, right? Because of course, right? We already know how things go, okay? Spirit, show me the long-term impact of this mixtape. Alligator bites never heal. Okay. Ooh, all right. Child, all right with me, ho. I don't know. Is she gonna sample Janet or something? Janet Jackson? I don't know, but just picking up something in regards to that. I don't know for sure if she is, but I was like, oh, because the All Right song came up, and I'm just like, oh, is she gonna sample something? Let's talk about the short term or the initial impact. We got the Knight of Cups in the reverse, okay? What about the long-term impact? 9 of Cups, 7 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so we got the Knight of Cups in the reverse. The Knight of Cups in the reverse. And I'm going to show this. It's the, and then also long-term impact, we have the 9 of Cups, happiness. And the 7 of Cups, debauch, but it's in the reverse. Very interesting here. Let me do one more thing. Spirit, please provide a clarifier for this Knight of Cups, or a second card to show the initial impact of this mixtape, Alligator Bites Never Heal by Doechii. Okay, thank you. I'm the motherfucking princess. Okay. She the motherfucking princess, ho. The moon in the reverse. Yeah. All right. So the Knight of Cups and then the moon in the reverse. Yeah, a lot of heavy, like, people are gonna be like, what is this? This is, it's like when someone's tasting a different, like, Spirit's showing me it's like when they're tasting something that has like a chef has prepared a fusion of things, and you know, someone is tasting it for the first time and they recognize the flavors, they recognize some of the taste profile, like some of the profiles and stuff of the food, right? But it's a bit of a smorgasbord. It's a bit of, you know, and so, and it makes them feel things, but I'm just getting a lot of heavy emotions. I'm getting a lot of like heavy, like, yo, I did not think I would feel so, enthused. I didn't think I would feel so like emotionally attached to this, which is interesting because Knight of Cups, like this is a reversal. So usually I would see this as like some sort of blockage, but it's almost like an overload of emotion. Like this and the Moon card in the reverse is almost like, to me, an overload of emotion. It's a lot. It's a lot to digest. It's a lot to process. It's like, I think a lot of people are just like, this is new. This tastes different, but it also tastes familiar. And I'm not sure how to feel about what's coming through, but it's bringing me in my feels in a different way. Like, and it's the way in which she says things. Like, I don't know if there's going to be more like yips and yaps and yells and like, you know, and grunts and like, you know, singing, and like, it's just going to be a lot of like vocal, what I'm picking up, a lot of vocal shifts, a lot of like vocal shifts, and like, you know, she gonna be barring up, she gonna be singing, she gonna be, but it's like the inflections and the shifts and the changes. It's like, she's just gonna be, it just reminds me a lot of the boom bap. Like, she started like boom bap, rappity rap, you know, she was like doing that, and then she, you know, did, you know, she did like, she like blew a raspberry, and then, you know, she was like, yo, I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, you know, if it's this or is that, you know, what the fuck? Like, I'm everything. Like, and then she yelled, I'm everything, you know? So it's like, it's almost like that energy of boom bap is going to be like permeated throughout. Like, she was speaking in tongues and boom bap. Like, it's just like, it's just going to be a smorgasbord of stuff. And there's some emotions here that people are going to be like, oh, this is hitting me in a lot of ways that I wasn't expecting. Some people are going to be a bit false about it. Like, Spirit's bringing up falsehoods, and it's like, some of y'all, I'm picking up like there's going to be a sliver of people, and this is talking about like the initial impact. Like, some people are just, they're going to pretend because they want to be in the know with other people. Like, you're going to have people be like, yo, this is so cool, and I love this album, but ain't listened to not a one damn song. Ain't listened to not a one, probably boom bap, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have people, like, she has, I'm going to be, she has some fans who are fake, yo. I'm just going to be real. This is what's coming up. Some of her fans are not real. Like, they're really not as supportive as they say they are. So she's going to have to watch out for that shit. Some of these fans are like very fake and just trying to hop on a bandwagon, and because they see her rise and they see her, you know, and it's like, you always going to have, you know, people who, and they're not necessarily haters, but they're almost like people who just want to glock on or to the next big thing, or the next, or the it thing, or the next thing, or whatever's like they see as like gaining popularity. You're gonna have people, I mean, and people do that a lot, but Spirit's showing me that particularly from this mixtape, and particularly from the initial impact. It's like, you're gonna have a sliver of people that are gonna, they're not gonna be real about it. You know, this Knight of Cups in the reverse is also showing like people who like their emotional support for the mixtape is not gonna be rooted in anything truthful or honest. There's something about it that's like really artificial and fake about it. So, there is just an element of that I'm like, nah, fam. But the long-term impact, let me break out my wand hoe. The long-term impact, we got the Nine of Cups and happiness, frolicking. Like there's gonna, heavy water. There's a lot of water energy, child. The energy, there's a lot of, that's so interesting in terms of the impact, but the overall themes is like heavy air, heavy fire, and then this is the cool down. Okay, this is like the water energy coming through like heavy, yo. Water is to cool it down a bit, to cool things down. The long-term impact is like people are going to see the joy in, like there's a streak of like, yo, I did it. Like people are happy and supportive of the, like the genuine people. There's genuine people who are gonna be like, yo, whatever Doechii is on, I'm on. Whatever Doechii is trying to do, I'm here with it. I see her success. It's here for her. We're here to support her. That's the long-term impact. There's people who are true fans, real fans of her, who support her, who see her longevity, who are happy, truly and genuinely happy for her. And also, this Seven of Cups in the reverse, again, it's just a lot of feels. I'm just getting a lot of feels, but in an interesting way here. A Seven of Cups, you know, when you think of the word debauch, that's what came out, you know, with this, or this is the word kind of attached to this Seven of Cups, is like you're kind of doing things spontaneously, right? It's not much thought into it. There's a lot of just like fantasy and fun and like not much thought into it, but it's in the reverse. There's heavy moon energy here. Like there's heavy moon. There's no moon here, but child, it's at night. Okay, this look like this at nighttime. Okay, there's an asteroid or whatever. So there's heavy moon energy here. Like things being, you know, only a sliver of things being shown, only certain things being shown, and it's like, the long-term impact is like, it's also going to impact people in terms of the way in which they party. Spirit's bringing up is the way in which they party, child. It's going to be the way in which they like start to look at their lives. Music has such a powerful way of like hitting and getting to the heart and to the soul, depending on what energy and intention you put into it as you're creating it, right? And then you just put it out there and hope, you know, it's well received, or that's what you're hoping for. Or people have other intentions for creating music and putting out music, okay? We already know. But this particular thing is like, it's definitely an analysis of how people party, the choices around partying, about getting into like doing spontaneous things, like the spontaneity of life, the spontaneity of choices, doing things on the fly, but then making choices that may not always align with something or not in the groove of like debauchery, not in the groove of like, oh, I'm gonna be out here, you know, having fun. I don't give a damn. I don't give a care. It's like there's a little bit, it's like, no, I'm gonna take a little bit more responsibility. Even though like I'm used to really out here, I'm being out here, I'm frolicking, I'm having fun, I'm enjoying myself. There's also like, this person is solo, this person is with someone. So it's like there's some element here of like who you're surrounding, who is surrounding you when you're getting into these spontaneous like moments and shit. Like, I don't know if she's gonna talk about like friends or like situations that she's been in where she expresses like her having to decide to deal with her sobriety or deciding to like, yo, I can't keep doing this and choosing sobriety. Like, I don't know if she's going to talk about that. But there's something here, especially with this moon energy, there's something here about like things that we do that have an impact later on down the road, like the choices we make now and how it affects us later on down the road that we may not see, but we all up in the moment. We all in the moment. We all in the spontaneity of what's happening, but we're not always looking at the impact. And the moon card doesn't show things like this is not a full moon. This is not a full moon. This is not a new moon. It's only showing you a piece of something. It's only illuminating a little bit. So there's something about this here that's referring to that in terms of a long-term impact. So we'll see, you know, what it do when it comes to this mixtape. All right, let's get into the industry response. How are people in the industry are going to respond to Doechii's mixtape? All right, let's get into the industry response. I'm gonna shuffle here. Ooh. Spirit, show me, how is the industry gonna respond to Doechii and this mixtape? Ciao. I'm getting already some. Ooh, child. I'm already getting some hints of jealousy, child. These people, they're jealous. They're jealous. Spirit, show me, what's the industry response from Doechii's mixtape? Alligator bites never heal. Thank you. It's like I'm picking up on so many different like sounds. So this is maybe interesting. This may be an eclectically, a sonically eclectic mixtape. That may be something that may come through. A sonically eclectic. But I'm just hearing like good, some guitars. Like it's just gonna be, it's gonna be a bit of a smorgasbord here. All right, let's get to Spirit. Show me industry response to Doechii's mixtape. Thank you. Just one card here. Ideation in the reverse. Yeah, people are the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords in the reverse. Hold up. The King of Swords in the reverse and the King of Pentacles. Ooh, a lot of King energy. See, a lot of King energy, like heavy King energy here. And then ideation in reverse. So we have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. We have the King of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, some people are going to be really rude. Ideation in the reverse. Yeah, industry response is like, some people just aren't, they're not going to get it. And it's going to be some people in like other forms of business that may want to like connect with, you know, hip hop artists. Like, you know, people do brand deals and business deals. And, you know, Doechii got that Sprite, you know, look. But there's going to be other like brands that just aren't going, they're not going to get it. That's why ideation is in reverse, King of Swords in reverse. Now, unfortunately, I think some people are actually going to say that to her, or like it's going to get back to her about it. But there's room here. You got people like, it's like some people in business or wherever, like in the industry, producers, whatever, like other artists, some of them they're just not going to get it. Like there's a nastiness, and I picked up the whole jealousy thing because King of Swords is definitely someone who's egotistical, manipulative, like just has that energy of like someone who's not listening, and is rooted in a lot of ego. And so you're gonna have just jealous people, and just people who just don't understand and not gonna get it, and they're not gonna understand the ideation, the idea that sparked her whole mixtape, like her whole thing, like some people just not gonna get it. But the King of Pentacles here, this is where she need to be, because this is where people are gonna want to invest in her, like there you see this person here on this horse, and they're holding a shield. The grass is full, it is green, it is a deep green, it's full, and this horse is getting fed so that they can move forward to gather more. Like you see the sun in the back, or the sky in the background, this golden sun. Like there's a lot of like goldenness and like an energy of like warmth and like perpetual growth. Spirit saying like there's opportunities. There's people in the industry that want to work with her, and there's opportunities here, and some of them are going to be good, some of them are not going to be so good, because the fact that this came out behind the King of Pentacles is like some people, again, I keep getting, I don't know, yo Doechii, okay, let me put you on game. Let me put y'all on game. I keep seeing people who are like fake. They're not real. You're gonna have people like that around. Like there's just, I don't know what that is. You know, you said you wanted to be a predator, not a prey. There's other predators out here, okay? Some of them are bigger. They got more, they got even a bigger bite than a fucking alligator. That's the message Spirit wants you to know, child, okay? You gonna have, you know, hopefully maybe somebody will share that message with her. You can get a reading with me too as well, Doechii, okay? Anyways, but yeah, like there's people out here who are, again, behind this King of Pentacles is an energy of someone with the King of Swords and an ideation in reverse. There are people around her, unfortunately, that are vulture-like, are King of Swords in reverse-like, that do not respect, are jealous, and do not have good intentions with what Doechii's trying to do. So she's going to have to use a lot of discernment. This is what's coming up in terms of industry response to this mixtape. There's people in the industry who are going to love it, who see the growth here, who see the potential, who want to help her grow. Again, that page of disc coming out, that page of disc. There's people who want to invest in her, invest in what she's doing. But you're going to have some people out here who they're not really about it. They're not really here to support you. They're not really there for what Doechii is trying to accomplish. So she's going to have to move accordingly. And that's just, you know, Spirit's like, chalk it up to the game. You're going to have to be prepared. So let's get into performances. What could be coming up for her as far as tour, merch, music videos, events, etc. Let's get into that. All right, let's get into performances. Ooh. All right, Spirit, show me anything coming up for Doechii as far as performances, events, touring, merch, anything in regards to this mixtape and the promotion element of this mixtape. Not the music part, well, still the music part, but in terms of really going out there and selling her music and putting herself out there. Spirit. Yeah, I see Spirit saying 3. I don't know if she's gonna do 3 live performances. She may, oh. I don't know if is she gonna perform on MTV? When is the MTV Awards? Oh, I don't know, child. All right. I don't know. She's gonna try to do like 3 performances, or I'm just getting like she is gonna try to do performances. Maybe Vivo, maybe I don't know. Where are the spots, child? Apple, like I mean Apple is Vivo, excuse me. Or is YouTube Vivo? Child, I don't know, y'all. Do y'all know what she got coming up with this mixtape, child, in terms of performances, touring, and all that? Prince of Cups in the reverse. Anything else? Anything else? The Emperor in the reverse. Okay. So the Prince of Cups and the Emperor in the reverse. And Spirit, anything else you want to tell me about performance, tour, music videos, small events? What is she planning to do in terms of this mixtape? Thank you. Okay. I'm also being... Anger. Ooh, okay. Some frustration. Yeah, maybe it's like her performances may not hit the way, because it's like, you know, certain things, I don't know. Well, the Emperor came out in the reverse. Yeah, there may be some blockages. Maybe some blockages here. Let's see here. Excuse me. Spirit, show me what's to come for Doechii's performances, tour, any small events, merch. Thank you, Spirit. And go use. I want to love you, pretty young thing. You need some loving. Okay, 2 cards want to come out. Okay. Thought it'd just be 1, but 8 of disc, 3 of disc in the reverse. Yep. Hold up. Okay. Yeah, so we got, excuse me. All right, so we got the Prince of Cups, or the Page of Cups in the reverse. Okay. We have the Emperor card in the reverse. Yeah, I'm just seeing we have anger. We have the 8 of disc. And then we have the 3 of disc. Like, I keep hearing, but I heard the work never stops, child. Like, the work never stops. The work never stops. She got a lot to deal with in terms of trying to really promote this mixtape. They're going to set her up, right? But again, it's like clashes. There's clashes with trying to figure out, like, in terms of her budget, right? Because there's Pentacles energy here, but in regards to like the work, like she's willing to do the work, to put in the work, to create, you know, the fan base that she's been building over the years, to continue to expand and grow. But there's some blockages in terms of support, right? Is the support real or fake? Is the support real or fake? You like, this is gonna be an area that she gonna have to do something about that shit. She gonna have to do something about this, because having these people try to cut you off at the knees, or not show any level of like allegiance or loyalty or support that you really need in order for you, because like, you can't do this by yourself. You see this person with the 8 of disc, This person, like, their face is like, yo, look at all of these creations behind me. Look at me just starting out trying to build something. Like, it's like she recognizes a, like, she's being grown on hilly ground, not on a straight. This is not a straight and narrow path. This is on hilly ground. There's ups and there's downs. And I'm trying to create these beautiful works of art like I've seen my peers, like I've seen other people behind me do. And I'm willing to put in the work to do it. I may have some timidness. I may have a little bit of like apprehension, but I'm here to do the work. But I'm gonna need help. Hey, this person is like, hey, I have this little stone here and I started working on this, but how can I, like, he's trying to talk to these other people, like, what can I do to create something similar? What, can y'all help me? It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as, like, she's asking for help in the way in which she needs it, and people are going to respond in the way that she doesn't need it. Like, in a way in which her needs are not going to get met. And it's going to cause some what? Anger, some frustration. She going to have some things dealing with this. And this in regards to the whole marketing element, like the after the album comes out, the marketing, like the performances, any more music videos, a tour, merch that she may want to sell, any small events, any sort of other opportunities or collabs. There's some blockages here with the flow of the mixtape rollout, like the flow of the marketing after this is released. Right? It's like, hey, we're going to see how this, like, let's look at the numbers. Let's see how things, like, this person is like, let's see what things, you know, how things turn out. And yeah, I just keep seeing similar stuff of, like, people just surrounding her who are not, it's like these people she got people surrounding her who just, like, they not trying to help. They're not trying to help her as much as she really needs. And you know, she gonna have to get them people up out of her space. Prince of Cups, this Page of Cups in the reverse, the Emperor in the reverse, and the Three of Discs, right? Like, this seems to represent, this represents this Three of Discs, whoever these two people are. And her, she represents this Eight of Discs. Whoever these two people are represent the Three of Discs here. So whoever these two people in particular are, who are behind her. And this is very interesting because, again, it's aligning back to that Page of Discs card that or Page of Pentacles card from this deck that I saw. And it was like, she's on hilly ground. She's new to this. And you would expect that these two trees behind her are going to try to give her the support that she needs. But I noticed that those trees were barren. This tree has potential for growth. The trees behind her, though, I don't know. There's something she needs to keep, she needs to keep being mindful of. She got to keep being mindful of the company she keeps, the people who are around her. Because some of these people, no, they're not for her. They're not really supportive of her and what she's trying to do, for her career. She got to watch out for that. All right, let's end it. Let's end it on future of Doechii. Let go. All right, let's get into the future of the artist. Listening on this, let's end it on this. Let's end it on this, let's end it on this. It's over. Listening on this, give me one more kiss. It's over. Listening on this, Gwen Stefani, child. I open up, you ignore me. Oh, you're not a friend at all. All right, Spirit, show me the future of Doechii when it comes to her music and this mixtape, Alligator Bites Never Heal. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Ooh. All right. Talking about let's end it on this, child. It's over. She may consider modeling, like walking in, I don't know, they're going to put her in some fashion shows. I'm going to see maybe over the next 2 years. You never know. She may be in some fashion shows. The devil showing up. Ugh, okay. Let's see. Let's see here. Can you give me a clarifier card for this? What else can you say about this devil card? Thank you, Spirit. In terms of the future for Doechii. What else can you say about this? Thank you. Mercy, God, have mercy. Okay, what else can we say about the future of Doechii and her mixtape? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Child. Lord, have mercy, God. Show me the future for Doechii with this mixtape album and as an artist, her artistry, her musicality, her creativity. Thank you. Let's end it on this. Full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Ciao, 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 ciao. Okay, I just see, oh man. Come on, y'all. I wish y'all could give me something a little bit different. I would caution for Doechii to just be mindful of her vices and the grip that it has and the stronghold that it has. The devil card coming out. The devil card coming out, and then the high priestess coming out in the reverse. Again, you know, and this is also, I'm going to also add a trigger warning just for anyone who is dealing with addiction in any form of addiction and is choosing sobriety. It is a hard path. It is a strong choice. Like, you're really strong and resilient to choose yourself and to choose to get out of an unhealthy situation. And I hope that God, universe, whoever you believe in, continues to give you the grace that you need as you take steps to continue down a healthier path. Unfortunately, what I'm seeing for Doechii is like, she just has to be mindful of the vices that have a stronghold because they have a grip. And she has to learn how to trust herself. These are some heavy energies here. And so I'm not going to go into it because I really want to focus on the music. I don't want to focus on her personal life, even though, of course, things that happen in her personal life sometimes bleed into the art, right? Art imitates life, vice versa. We know that to be true. So it's just being mindful of these very deep-rooted beliefs and situations that occur that sometimes it's a little bit hard to get out of. So she just needs, I just hope that she continues to be surrounded like by people who genuinely love her and care about her and want to see her win. She's gonna need reinforcements. She's gonna need reinforcements just for what I'm seeing. She's gonna need reinforcements. And then also look at the bigger picture, right? There's an element here of being able to just see, you know, having faith, having hope, thinking about the future in a different way, having a different perspective. I don't know much about Sagittarius, child, but this is we talk about the full moon, ho. And full moons are all about, full moons usually reach some sort of like pinnacle. There can be a lot of heavy energy around a full moon. It can also be about releasing. And looking at the bigger picture is also about shifting your perspective, changing your vantage point, and, you know, thinking about things in a different way. I'm cautioning that she needs to have more breaks in her life. She can't always be on go mode, especially when it comes to making music. I know that unfortunately with capitalism, they make sure, child, they make sure that we try to act like and imitate machines, but we are not that. That is not us, and we are not that. And so, again, I'm hoping that she can be surrounded and is surrounded by people that do not look at her, see her as a cash cow, and not only look at her and see her as someone to be used, that she is seen in all of her essence, and she sees herself in all of her essence, in her full being and her whole self. And that's the bigger picture. That's what she needs to know in order for her to continue to create music that's gonna make impact. Yeah. Also kind of reconsidering, like, everything doesn't always have to be so in the minutia, that there are bigger and broader things to look at, and making sure that you are taking in the factor of like everything, right? And not just a piece of a whole, right? Because there is a whole here. This moon is full, it is complete, right? So, and I also kind of see this as a way of shedding. It's a form of shedding. This stage, this phase is complete. It's now time to release. It's now time to shed. With this skin here, with that, like, this energy is like, there's going to be a shedding process for her in her music where she's going to have to release some very big things, right? And sometimes, thank you, Spirit, sometimes the way in which you've been used to doing things keep you in a vice grip. It keeps you in a grip, right? You know, you see the devil here. These two people in this, they caught up. They are wrapped up in these this tree, these trees, wrapped up in these trees. And the high priestess in reverse, right? There's a blindness here. They can't even see because they're so deep into, right, what they know, or at least what they used to know, and it's time to shed. And Spirit is wanting Doechii to, when it's time to shed the parts of herself that where certain type of music, or in the way in which she creates music, and her music, like certain aspects and elements of that, she's not going to need anymore. She's going to have to know that you got to look at the bigger picture. There's something bigger happening here. Some of this you got to let go of. You're going to have to shed this. You got to let this go. So it is going to be, I'm seeing somewhat of a crossroads moment for her. What path you about to go down, but it's up to her. So yeah, that's the future for Doechii. And I hope that she is guided and protected on her path. I will say that for sure. All right. That was my reading on Doechii and her mixtape, Alligator Bites Never Heal. All success to her. And if I didn't say in my video on Big Sean, all success to him too, all right? Like, music is such a force. It has such a presence, and thankful to the universe, thankful to God that we get to hear just great, beautiful, fucking amazing music. I love that. All right. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, y'all, okay? And I accept tips, y'all. Tip your girl, okay? If you like this video, if you want more videos, you want me to create more, I got more on the way. Y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And yeah, this was fun. It's your girl Doechii here with Wild Pear.